Joburg Mayor Mpho Phalatse will face another motion of no confidence today. Minority parties and the ANC want her gone, but they'll need the support of the EFF. Yesterday, the Red Berets voted to reject a request by Phalatse to borrow 2 billion as a short-term loan. Is this now an indication that the EFF will help remove her today? While Moloko Moloto has all the details and joins us this morning. Good morning, Moloto. A very important day today, that motion of no confidence against Mayor Phalatse. But the real important question is around the ANC and minority parties and whether they've had discussions around a candidate that they'll be fielding.
That is correct, Mfundo. In fact, the executive mayor of Johannesburg, Mpho Phalatse, started off her day this morning at the Hot and Golf Estate. You'd be aware that the annual tournament of golf in Johannesburg is taking place starting from today. But in an hour or so, she will be in the council chamber to face her political adversaries. Smaller parties, particularly the ATM and the AIC, they have put in a motion of no confidence in her. And of course, they are supported by the African National Congress. They want her removed from the #1 position. This matter, obviously, we were expecting that it would be tabled before council yesterday, but because of time limitations, it was rolled over onto today. Just before we came on air now, I was in touch with some of the leaders of these political parties, and they confirm that the motion of no confidence is proceeding today. And the ANC, we are told that they are fielding Dada Morero, the party's regional chairperson in Johannesburg, as the candidate should Mpho Phalatse be removed. On the other hand, minority parties who also agree with the ANC that Phalatse must be removed, they are also fielding their own candidate. So there's that confusion. They have not found one another. And as to whether they will at some point, if they succeed in removing Mpho Phalatse, because the question of removing her also, Mfundo, rests with the EFF. The EFF in Johannesburg is very important, particularly on this particular vote, because without the EFF, the ANC and the minority parties will not have enough numbers to remove Mpho Phalatse. So chances are that if they don't agree, anything is possible. If the smaller parties and the ANC do not agree at all, anything is possible. But if you look at the fact that yesterday, the ANC, the EFF and the minority parties voted to reject a report by Mpho Phalatse through which she needed council approval for her to borrow a 2 billion rand short-term loan from the Development Bank of Southern Africa. That might just be an indication that even when they go to vote for her to be removed out of office, they may just club together. But up to so far, we haven't heard if there are guarantees that they will vote together to remove her.
But in politics, and in this instance, we could say anything is possible. It could just have been a vote on principle on the part of the EFF to say, no, they're just strongly opposed to the 2 billion loan. They want more details. But on that loan itself, what are the implications now of rejecting it?
So Mpho Phalatse is clear that she urgently needs this particular loan for the municipality to stay afloat. Admittedly, they are battling to collect enough revenue from both the business and the residents of Johannesburg. Ideally, they ought to be collecting at least more than 4 billion rand every month. So yesterday, she was saying, look, the residents and businesses in Johannesburg have been affected negatively by the economic conditions, the coronavirus pandemic. We all know that it really devastated a lot of people and the businesses. And as a result, they are not able to collect enough revenue. And of course, as part of the budget that they approved, they also rely on loans that they would be borrowing from financial institutions. This is just one of them. Now, the fact that they will not be able to get this money anytime soon means that at some point their cash flow will really be in a very difficult position. However, yesterday they reassured the workers here that the salaries for the month of November and December, as well as the bonuses, will be paid, and they will also continue to be able to pay the service providers and also tax. But should they not get that money, chances are that going into the new year, they really may not be in a good position for them to sustain themselves.
No, this is honestly very concerning, Moloto. We'll leave it there for now. That was Moloko Moloto giving us the very latest ahead of that no confidence motion today.